We should have watched that documentary. Not documentary. That info thing on how to make a homemade mask using elastic bands and a t-shirt, and then demonstrated it.
Actually make one?
Yeah, it's really simple. It's just a matter of folding the t-shirt, and you put the elastic in, you fold it back on itself, and a homemade mask.
You're gonna go out with that?
The Surgeon General of the United States demonstrated it, showed how to use it.
Oh, we're recording.
Oh, you could probably just actually add that in.
Hey all you cool cats and kittens! Adam here for Two Neighbors with
Joe Exotic? No, wait, Ryan.
Hey, I'm Joe Exotic, otherwise known as the Tiger King, the gay gun cane redneck with a mullet.
Tiger King.
Tiger King. Yeah, that guy's a piece of work.
Yeah, the whole show. I mean, every single person on that show feels made up. I know, like, it's 100% real.
You couldn't write it.
You couldn't write it. If somebody wrote that, like, you would not believe it. You'd be like, this is not a believable story. Yeah.
I am gay. I'm broke as shit. I have a judgment against me from some bitch down there in Florida, and that's Carol Baskin down at Big Cat Rescue. It was all part of Carol Baskin's plan with Peter the Carol Baskin. Carol Baskin is so influential that Carol Baskin and Carol Baskin. Carol's bitching that she has this black cloud over her head of people thinking that she fed her husband to the tiger.
Yeah, Carol. Killed her husband. She totally killed her husband.
And I'm starting to think she started COVID-19.
Just like the cell phone towers.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
The G5.
A conspiracy theory sweeping the globe that coronavirus is caused by 5G technology.
So what'd you like about Tiger King?
Everything. In all honesty, like, I watched the preview for it first, and then I didn't watch it for a few days. And my first, like, kind of thought after watching the preview is like, this is just like too much, like, thought, like too much thinking I'm gonna have to put into this. Like, it just looked like it was tiring, just like the preview, like there was too much going on. And I figured, like, I honestly thought I wasn't gonna like it. After I watched the first episode, I was hooked. And my fiance and I, like, we binge watched it in like a day and a half. We were through it all in a day and a half.
It's not so much that you like it. Like, I would say I like it. I didn't like, but I couldn't stop watching it.
It's like a car crash.
You watch porn? He says, yeah. I said, well, do you enjoy the guy with the little one doing her, or do you enjoy watching the guy with the big one doing her? And he says, well, obviously you want to watch the guy with the big one. I said, well, you ain't that straight.
You can't look away. Like,
yeah, it's like a car crash. You can't look away.
Yeah.
But then it got a little crazy, it got a little hazy, and the cops said there's something wrong here.
My fiance and I, when we watched it, I don't think we've ever, like, looked at each other so much during watching something.
Yeah,
like, every 2
watching the
seconds
same
we were
thing
both
that I am?
like, that was it. We're like, did we just see what that was? But like, even like that girl that, you know, again, spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, but too late. It's been
too
out
late.
for a
It's
while.
been out for a while.
Yeah, what have you been doing? if you've been going out and socializing, that's on you.
Yeah.
So we've been staying like hermits. But she got her arm like bitten off.
Eaten off.
And yeah, eaten off by a tiger. And she said the next day in hospital, she was like using her arm to write. And the doctor came in and said, look, we can do reconstructive surgery. It's gonna take like 2 years of reconstructive surgery, or we can amputate. And she's like, amputate. And like, Christina, I looked at each other, it's like, they don't grow back.
Yeah.
Was she aware it didn't grow back? Like, you know, I know a lot of people wouldn't want to go through that, but like, I'd rather.
I would try. I'd give it a shot.
Okay, let's at least try, doc. Like, you know, 2 months from now it's not going well.
No.
Then let's
don't forget, this is in Florida. This is in Canada.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. Yeah, actually, you know what? I didn't even think about that.
Dad, no, it says don't walk.
Doesn't matter. They have free health care. I'm rich.
Yeah, it's like, would you like a bill for $250,000, or would you like to just chop it off and we'll do it for $5?
I never even thought about that.
Yeah.
See, that's, again, something we take for granted. If you get a chance to elect a president that's going to give you free healthcare, take it.
Yeah.
Okay? It should be a basic human right.
Absolutely.
Not a privilege.
Absolutely.
So if you have an opportunity to vote for someone, do it. Because it's worth it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you get to keep your arm if you're mauled by a tiger. So, but yeah, like, I don't know. The whole show is just beyond ridiculous and crazy. And every time you think there's no way it could possibly get crazier? It does.
It does. So I watched Tiger King on
Watch
Netflix
Tiger
now.
King.
And apparently there's going to be a new episode out soon. Says Netflix.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Oh.
They probably were like, oh my god, this was a hit. Grab everything off the cutting room floor and let's put something together.
I would have to think that like Netflix can have a huge quarter because like how many people didn't have Netflix and now they're like we have to have Netflix.
Well, no, we have now 4 streaming services.
That's true.
You got Disney Plus, you got Netflix, you got Prime, you got Hulu, you got.
There's got to be others.
Oh, there's tons.
Did you
more.
say Crave?
Crave?
Yeah.
Lots. So yeah, those companies are doing just fine right now. But like I've been like so worried that the internet's gonna like go down for like a week. Because it's possible. I don't know, like, you know.
If the internet went down for one fucking day, we'd be able to pitchforks.
Yeah, it would be going nuts. But honestly, because like
And hockey sticks.
on a normal day, like sometimes the internet would go out.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I think last summer we had it go out like maybe twice. So it's like, if it happened now, I'd just be like, reset the router. Reset the router, why aren't you working?
Everyone would be in the basement holding the routers, rocking back and forth.
No, I'd be tethering off my phone and being like, fuck it.
I think like I'm running out of stuff on Netflix now. Like I know that sounds crazy because there's so much stuff there, but like I'm running out of like titles I want, and that's just like being cooped up all day. And
Watch Hillary.
I haven't seen Hillary, so
You gotta watch
you did
Hillary.
tell me I'll check that out.
Hillary's interesting.
You want to make a difference, you want to have an impact. Well, then you got to get in the arena.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. I think like everything that is going on in the world right now, like it's changed like a lot of companies. Like you mentioned about TikTok, the explosion of TikTok, and then I heard today,
Love TikTok.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
creative.
it's a great way to pass the time.
It's fun because it's just creative. Like you can take sounds from like other clips and like, you know, make your own scenes with those sounds. Like it just makes things like more creative.
yeah.
Okay, I'm bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Bored in the house and I'm in the house bored. Bored in the motherfucker in the house bored and I'm bored in the motherfucker in the house bored.
Yeah, Zoom is the other one. I just heard on CNBC today, Zoom went from 10 million users to 200 million users, which is like astronomical. But now, in the light of day with Zoom, they're finding all these like security issues. And who was it? It's a Tesla guy.
Oh, Elon Musk.
Yeah. SpaceX, that's it, thank you. SpaceX has like banned it. A few other like people have banned it. And you know, CNBC was doing this like kind of in-depth thing about the security issues today. And like there's all this stuff like there's called like Zoom bombing and stuff where apparently you can just like
you can just be like, yo, what's going on?
just show up on someone else's Zoom, which I think is kind of funny, but they're like saying don't Zoom bomb people. But yeah, so like these explosions of like these, you know, smaller type company, and Zoom from their standpoint, they've come out and they've said, look, we are developed for like business needs, like not, you know, this
Hosting
whole social, hosting.
It's amazing how many like windows you can actually have open.
I honestly haven't been on it. My fiance uses it. I've never used it yet.
Have you seen the video where she goes to the bathroom on Zoom?
No.
Oh my god, this girl is in like a meeting with like her coworkers.
Yeah.
And I guess she thinks that she paused the video and she brings the phone with her into the bathroom and literally points it right at her as she's sitting on the toilet. And everyone's just like, we'll watch it here.
Like the ethical standards of the profession, and in reality I've heard that social work kind of has very high standards and like good standards in terms of things, and that oftentimes people of other professions don't have.
Hold on.
What happened?
Anytime you see something like that, it's just like total technology fail. And when Facebook was like kind of finding their stride and like figuring out what they were going to be, you know, I don't even think, in all his infinite wisdom, I don't even think Mark Zuckerberg.
Well, that was his biggest thing. He was like, we don't know what it is yet.
Yeah, like exactly, what is it? And for a while, they figured like the best route to monetization was going to be through this, which they do use now, but you know, things that you've searched online, they'll start like showing ads, but then that's okay. But one of the things they started to do was to give like brands basically a boost. It would say, okay, Adam has searched Detour Beer online, and it would show your friends that you've searched Detour Beer online. And on the surface, in a business meeting, that was probably an okay idea until one guy goes shopping for engagement rings for his wife, and immediately it's posting on his thread is shopping for engagement rings at this site. Anyways, sure enough, his wife saw it. He sued Facebook. They settled for undisclosed amount.
Really?
Yeah, he got paid on it. So
wow, paid for that
ring.
Yeah, paid for that ring and the honeymoon.
So I don't know. Yeah, social media fails, I guess. But
did Christine tell you what happened when Amanda and her went for a walk today?
No.
So this lady was looking at our girlfriends, his fiance, my girlfriend, and when she pointed at them and said, like, separate, like you're not.
Said no, they're quarantined.
We're in the same house.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was that. And it's like, fuck you. First of all, mind your own business.
They could have been sisters,
or they could be sisters. I said to
lovers.
I said to Amanda, she should have been a lover.
I guess like people are very aware of everything that's going on around them. Like, they're just like, you know, as soon as they see something out of place,
everyone's watching the same news. Everyone's got the same message, but I know some people are not following the rules.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And that's unfortunate. Like, I mean, now people are like, they're closing parks. Like they closed that huge cemetery in Toronto. What's the biggest cemetery in Toronto? I can't remember, but they closed a huge cemetery down in Toronto because too many people were walking through it and too many people were getting together.
Are they worried they're going to infect the dead?
Oh, I don't know. No, I think they were just worried about just the park in general. But now they're worried about High Park too, because this time of year, like all the blossoms come out, so like it's a big attraction for people to go and take photos.
I did hear about that. They're going to live stream it apparently.
They're going to live stream it?
That's what they're saying. They're going to set up and they're going to live stream it so people can watch it online.
So people can see Really?
Yes.
Well, I mean, everything's going online. May as well do it.
Live stream the flowers blooming.
This is a really good opportunity, though, for businesses to see how well companies can run online. Because you get, like, I mean, one of the companies I used to work for, they were very adamant about you coming into the office because you show face. But it's like, everyone's like hustling still while they're at home. I find I work better at home. As long as I'm in a work environment at home, like behind my desk, you know, not on my couch.
Watching TV.
Watching TV. No, I'm like super productive. It's a weird thing with companies who are just like, no, you have to be at your desk in a physical office to do your job. It's like, fuck, if you save me 2 hours of travel time and I can stay at home, I'll get 2 hours extra done at work, if not more.
There's a company in the UK, and they talk about productivity, a company in the UK, and they started doing this years ago. And I can't remember if it's 15 minutes or 20 minutes, but I believe it's 20 minutes. Every 20 minutes on the computers they're working on, they've come up with these little games.
Oh, you have heard about this.
Just a couple minutes long. So this game pops up, and you have to play it before you go back to doing what you're doing. And like the original thought was like, wow, they're gonna lose track of what they were doing and their thought, but the productivity went way up because they found like people's productivity in the office environment does drop off. So being at home, having those little distractions, you know, you can get up and you feel comfortable. It probably does help, you know.
Oh, I think so, totally. Like when you just take some, like a moment out of your day, like for instance, to go for a quick walk.
Yeah.
Just to get your mind off things, because you come back and you're rejuvenated. People who like sit at the desk and are just like, what? I gotta read that again. I was totally not paying attention. You know, like it just resets your focus.
Yeah. I think if you look back through, you know, the past 100 years in terms of like technology and the big advancements. I mean, look at, you know, the U.S. rocket program and stuff. I mean, the U.S. rocket program never would have got to where it was, and they never would have walked on the moon before 1970 had it not been for World War II. Yep. I mean, there was so much progress made because you take these horrible events in our life, and I mean, it's sad to say, like, sometimes that's what it takes to really, you know, take our civilization technology-wise to that next step. And maybe in terms of, you know, having the ability to work from home or increasing technology, like if this is prolonged, more and more stuff is going to be created, and after it's done, you know, they'll probably continue to develop it.
It's going to be interesting at the end of this to see what comes out of this whole Corona experience. Like, you know, how many songs are going to be written during this experience? how many movies are going to be written during this experience. Plays, like creative, like there's gonna be so much stuff that's gonna come out of this.
There are a lot of stuff that was created during the Black Death in the Middle Ages, during the plague. Like people.
Yeah, didn't Shakespeare write?
There was a couple, I think.
I think he wrote King Lear.
Was it King Lear?
King Lear, yeah.
I know he did some, and there was some like amazing art that came out of it. And it was again out of necessity, being like you had to stay at home. Yeah. And the plague was like. I mean, they had no medical technology. I mean, maybe a bloodletting or something, but other than that, like there was nothing. So it basically stay at home or die. And the plague didn't discriminate, young, old, whatever.
No,
male, female, you got it. So.
Well, I think that's it for our show today. Guys, please stay safe. Take care of your neighbors, and don't forget to watch Tiger King.